India and the US have signed a military deal allowing them to share intelligence data. With just a week to the US election, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Defense Chief Mark Esper are in New Delhi for talks with Indian leaders. They say both sides must counter threats from China.
Our leaders and our citizens see with increasing clarity that the CCP is no friend to democracy, the rule of law, transparency, nor to freedom of navigation, the foundation of a free and open and prosperous Indo-Pacific. I'm glad to say that the United States and India are taking steps to strengthen our cooperation against all manner of threats, and not just those posed by the Chinese Communist Party.
We reiterated the importance of peace, stability, and prosperity for all countries in this region. As Raksha Mantri stated, this is possible only by upholding the rules-based international order, ensuring the freedom of navigation in international seas, promoting open connectivity, and respecting the territorial integrity and sovereignty of all states.
Rebecca Bundan joins us live from Mumbai. Rebecca, what are the details of this military deal?
The military deal is known as the Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement, and it's something that has been long awaited. It's the final of 4 foundational defense agreements between the US and India. And so it's a significant move that this has actually gone ahead following those 2+2 talks that took place between the US and Indian leaders today. And it allows India access to highly sensitive information, including satellite data, geospatial data, that has various military applications. These can include, for example, missile targeting, precision when it comes to that, also tracking ships and so on, which could be incredibly useful for India's armed forces. Now, this is also part of a wider strategy. What we're seeing from the US here, given the comments that actually came out today as well, is that really this is focused by the US on trying to counter the influence of China in the Indo-Pacific region. It referred to that very explicitly in the press briefing today. And with these talks that took place today, it's really looking for an ally in India. Particularly, these talks came ahead of the presidential election, which is just a matter of days away now, and also comes amid the pandemic as well. So significant that the US Secretary of State, Pompeo, and the Defense Secretary, Mark Esper, actually travelled to India for this 2+2 dialogue with their Indian counterparts. So certainly that's seen as a significant reason behind that. But also, of course, it does come against that backdrop of the India and China standoff at the Ladakh border, which is an ongoing situation, and tensions are continuing there.
So, Rebecca, could you just elaborate a little bit more in terms of India, what they stand to gain from this alliance with the US at a time when, India and China are locked in this ongoing standoff along their border?
With this deal and more broadly the talks that took place today, really we've seen a big push for India and US defence and security ties, and there's been a lot of progress there, and they're really boosting these relations, which have already been strengthened over the years. So with this latest military agreement, that gives access to for India to even more highly sensitive military information, which does have those military applications. However, having said that, in the media briefing, the language that was used by the Indian side was very different to the US, with India not referring explicitly to China. And of course, with that ongoing situation at the Ladakh border, India and China are both seeking a peaceful resolution, of course. They don't want to move towards conflict. And there are military level talks that are ongoing to try to achieve that peaceful resolution.
Thanks very much, Rebecca Bundan, reporting to us live from Mumbai.